Melinda, so there's this new game that's coming out, and I really want to get it.
Don't you already have a ton of games?
I mean, I wouldn't say a ton, but I got a few.
Have you even played all of the games you have?
She had a point. It seemed silly that I had all these games, but have only played like 10 of them. So I made a deal to myself that before I buy another game, I'm going to play each and every one of these games.
A couple of years ago, I wanted to get back into the Assassin's Creed games, especially when I saw Ubisoft expanding into new territory of ancient civilizations. I bought this game, but as always, it went untouched. Here's my experience with playing this game. Naturally, there will be spoilers ahead. Playing this game felt a lot closer to what I remember the Assassin's Creed games being like. It felt like a good liaison between what I was used to and the most recent Assassin's Creed game I played. It had the RPG aspects to it, but it still was about being stealthy, hunting down targets, and having a little chat with them as they die. I did like how the RPG system worked here though. Rather than picking and choosing each piece of armor by their stats, I could just improve my stats individually and choose a complete outfit, because everyone knows the drip is more important than the stats.
Good choice.
Although Origins came out before Odyssey, it was kind of interesting to play this game afterwards. From what I understand, this is the chronological order of how these two games go together. It really pointed out to me how little I know of ancient civilizations, because I'll be honest with you, I had no idea how close Greece and Egypt were. Nor did I realize there were any conflicts between Grecians and Egyptians, nor was I aware that Greece was actually around before Egypt. And you may be thinking to yourself, Ike, this is basic knowledge. What, did you fail 7th grade history? And to that I say, yeah, I did, and you for bringing it up. Anyway, it was cool playing in chronological order rather than in order of release date, as it felt like every action I took as Bayek had a little more background to it. Speaking of Bayek, as much as I love Cassandra, I really felt Bayek was a lot more relatable. At least for me he was. I mean, Bayek was a family man with a wife and kid like me. He did fun family things like tell his son to jump off of a cliff and kill his mortal enemies with his wife.
I killed as well. I hunted him down and discovered a mask in his room. Then I thrust this knife through his eye slits.
You know, typical family activities. Though there weren't options to make choices, I felt inclined to play Bayek based off of his character. Being a magi and a servant of the people, I decided to do more side quests and help my community. It made me feel like my personal rep needed to be more than just killing high-end targets. Moreover, rather than playing him as a brute warrior, I really leaned into the stealth aspect of the game and boosted my hunter stats first. This also helped with killing animals in the game, which is apparently a big part of leveling up your armor, so crocodiles and hippos beware. Side note, to add more things onto stuff I learned from this game, I honestly had no idea hippos were so aggressive and deadly.
Friend was killed by a hippo. Yes. The beast rampage slaughtered many.
The more you know. When fighting, I really love the diversity of weapon choices. Each weapon provided a different playstyle and some pretty sick finishers. My favorite weapon had to be the scepters, because this is how I'd like to imagine Moses really led the people out of Egypt. This was my favorite weapon until this certain quest that totally caught me off guard.
What a journey I have made.
What is going on?
Is this some Final Fantasy 15 crossover? Is that what the 15 is? Because that dude looks like he's from Final Fantasy 15. What? What? I'm not upset with it. What? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna ride the Chocobo.
My only upset with this is that throughout the game, no one seemed even slightly impressed with my Chocobo. The story was immediately captivating, starting right off the bat with an assassination.
I just wait in the shadows, and I will kill you all! Everyone who sniffed the air that day in Siwa!
It was a good hook into this world, and only got more and more interesting as you discover what started this path of vengeance, and how each assassination led to a bigger and bigger conspiracy. Moreover, I felt that each target felt diverse enough to provide a good enough challenge to keep me engaged in playing more. This game didn't feel repetitive and took the time to flesh out their villains, which made moments of killing them mean that much more. Like when hunting down the hyena, my sympathies went out to this target who was just trying to bring her daughter back to life.
You lost your child.
I haven't. Her rest is temporary. You have intervened on her reawakening.
It pained me to kill her.
Am I to remain in the Duat forever? I just want my daughter back! Please!
It didn't pain me to kill this ass, though. I didn't give a shit if he had a family. No one betrays me like that.
Are you alright, Ryan?
Oh no.
Are you unwell? Are you unwell?
You son of a bitch. How dare them? How fucking dare him.
This game was a lot of fun, minus all the dead children it kind of centered around.
Child.
Too many dead kids in this game. I don't like it.
It took me back to the days I first got interested in the Assassin's Creed series. It was cool to see how the Brotherhood started. I also like to think this is where the Black Panther also got started, and Bayek is the start of two amazing legacies. Anyway, if I can get my wife to be interested in the Assassin's Creed series, I'd probably play this game for her, but for now, I can at least say, yes honey, I've played that game. Hey everyone, if you've been enjoying these videos, give this one a thumbs up, explore the previous games I've played, and consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out, and I certainly enjoy making these for you. I'll see you on the next one.